Hey Stampin' friends, it's me, Rachael Coon, with the Joy of Stamping Rachel, with the 12th day of the 12 days of Christmas in Stampin' with Rachael Neemee. I hope you guys have enjoyed our series so far and have picked your favorites. Please let us know. Either reach out to Neemee or myself, and we would love to hear from you. If you're in the USA, I would love for you to use my online store to shop with me. I live here in California, and I would love to send you a gift after you use the Hostess code for November. All right, my very last card, I'm using the Very Best Occasion stamp set. This is one that's kind of gone under the radar as far as being used a lot. I actually used it for my stamp camp. I love our sayings here. I know Neemee used this one on her card, and I'm now going to be using this one here that says, "May your days be happy, your heart be light, your Christmas merry, and the new year bright." And I think that sums it up pretty well of how I feel about Christmas and the upcoming new year. However, I did, for my stamp cap, use the Endlessly Grateful and May Your Joy and the Warmth of Family this season. Let me show you the card I'm making, and let me show you the extra cards I also made with this, which you can visit over my blog to see all of those creations as well, just for some extra ideas. Here is the card we'll be making in our video today. Very slimline and simple, but beautiful at the same time. Let me set that aside and I'll show you those bonus cards. So here's the May you enjoy the warmth of the family this season. I used it as a fun fold, and then I have that same saying in the inside. This was my holiday fun fold class that I did about a couple weeks ago. Here's my Endlessly Grateful. This is a little pocket right here. You can put things inside and it opens up like that. So that's a fun one. And then here's one with a belly band with that fun saying, with a little more sparkle and a little less stress. Let's make Christmas the very best. So there's another fun idea for you guys using that Very Best Occasion stamp set. All right, let me go ahead and show you this one. Like I said, this one's very simple. I didn't even put any rhinestones on it yet because I really debated if I wanted them or not. But we did use a little bit of this ribbon to make it beautiful. And I am showing you these brand new frame florets. I might say it wrong. There we go, framed florets. I'll have to practice that. Dies. These dies are amazing. They go along with the stamp set, but they also have these great frames that are part of it here. So we are using these two in particular with our Night of Navy. If I die cut that out, I've also used the center of this with basic white to create our perfect shape for the inside of our framed. So I've die cut 3 times for this here. Part of this series also comes with some designer series paper. Let me grab everything out. Let me see the name of that paper real quick. It's called Fitting Florets paper, and it is beautiful. Oops, I drop it. Let me show you some. It's floral on one side, and then it has more of a solid print on the other side as well. Look at these bright colors. I love this one right here as well, and that pink. Oh, just super pretty. This paper is only for a limited time, I believe, but the stamp set and the dies will go on into the next mini catalog. I believe that's how it works. All right, so I have a thick basic white. I have our oval to stamp on. I have 2 strips of this Night of Navy. This is how we create a fake border on our designer series paper. And I have our die cut of our frames here. There's very simple stamping, so let's go ahead and do that first. I stamped or die cut out 2 ovals just in case it didn't turn out the way I wanted. And we are using the polished pink for our choice here. Kind of untraditional, but I love how those little berries on the plants there have more of a pink versus a red color. All right, open that up. Let's do our practice stamping, because if you know me, I don't want to have this look bad on the piece that I've already die cut. So we're gonna do a practice first. Ink it a couple times, press, lift. Oh, a little smudgy on my B. Let me see if I can't get it. There we go, that looks cleaner. Okay, go center, press and lift. Oh, beautiful. That turned out really, really nice. I'm always worried when there's lots of words that it's going to get smudgy. So that was a really nice stamp image there. Okay, Then from here, all we have to do is a little bit of assembling with our designer series paper. What I like to do is put a little bit of liquid glue, and this honestly would look really pretty even with this if I were to have it facing the pink side versus that more leafy holly side. We're going to do a little bit of liquid glue here on the back of our designer series paper. See if it's coming out. There we go. We'll do one at a time just so that we're not making a sticky mess today. But usually I'll do two. And then we go ahead and line this up facing backwards first and make sure we're attaching it to the glue. Flip it over and we'll wiggle it around. You can kind of see that's not where it's supposed to be yet. And you can create this little extra border as thick or as thin as you want. I went kind of thick on this one. I'm going to go a little bit thinner on the one in the video today. It's just up to you by pulling it up or pushing it down. Flip that over. Let's add that second one. So if you are watching this on the 12th of November, I'm actually at Onstage here in Anaheim. Onstage is a big event for the Stampin' Up! World, and it's a great place to get some swaps. So I plan to make this card probably 20 more times and to get some amazing swaps from this event. And that's what I like about this layout. It's very, very simple. We don't have anything worried about putting basic white in the inside because we're already using a white card base. I'm adding some liquid glue now, and we're gonna go just about center on this one. It does have me die cutting just a couple of times, but the thing I love about this one, it just uses a sample of the paper. So I can make a lot from that sheet of paper and it goes a long way. There we go. We went about center on here. Now we're gonna grab our first frame. Let me grab my paper snips. Sometimes these get stuck in there, so you should use the end of your paper snips or take a pick tool and poke those out. There we go. If you get this kit from me, I will definitely have these still in for you because it just makes it a little bit more durable. But they come out beautifully, so don't worry. And then you're going to have some crazy confetti below us afterwards. All right, then for this part, we're going to use our liquid glue again and go to our two ends, not our top and our bottom, but our ends, and put just a little bit of glue on both of our ends here. Let me get that in view. There we go. Flip it over, and we're going to try to space it out. So this is going to holding our tips, hover it above here, make sure it's about the same distance on both sides and from top to bottom. So for the pressing down, we just need to press on our two ends there. We can lift this one up just to float a little bit. For this guy, however, we are going to put adhesive on the whole thing. This is going to be what helps keep everything down. There we go. Flip this over and stick that right into that oval and a little bit over the oval as well. Run your fingers along it so that way the adhesive's picking up to where we put it. Perfect. That looks great. Let me shimmy that over a little bit more. I'm so sorry. Lastly, we have our greeting here. We're going to put some dimensionals on the back. For this one, I'm actually going to put 4, 1 on each top and bottom and ends, and even 1 in the middle. I want this one to be super sturdy. Remove our backings, flip it, and insert it into the center of our oval here. There we go, looking good. I love that dimensionals give us a little peekaboo into the inside, and it gives some great lift there. All right, lastly, we just need our ribbon, and I'm using the crinkle seam binding ribbon that's in the basic white. I love this ribbon because it's really easy to make a bow with, and also it's white, so it matches with so many things. I looked at a couple different choices, and I definitely love this white the best. All right, so I made redo that. I keep it on the spool. I make 2 bunny ears just by looping them, and the size does not matter right now. Then I'm going to take one, cross it through, pull it through the center bottom hole, and it's going to look ugly, and that's okay. One's ear is bigger than the other, so we're just going to pull right here by holding the knot, and then we pull on both ears to get it tight again until we get it to the size that we want by pulling on each side, and then we will trim it. Ooh, that one looks really good right there. So then I'm going to take my ends together, and I'm going to say I want it to be right about here. So I'm using that one as my guide for the length of it. Then we're going to grab a glue dot, and we're going to put the knot to the dot. So sometimes it's easier to work with glue dots if you just rip that part off and have it lay flat. Put that knot to the dot, press down, pinch, pull off, and remove, and put where you want it. Just love how easy that looks. There we go, and I pulled it tight again. Super, super cute and easy. Go ahead and start the fold, flip it over, use your bone folder to get on that score line to make it nice and crisp. And there we go, a super simple card for your last day of 12 days of Christmas stamping. I know we've had some pretty crazy and amazing cards, but hopefully this one inspires you that sometimes simple is more, and you don't have to go up and above and beyond, and don't be intimidating. It's all about some beautiful layers, great choice of ribbon in your color selection here. Hope you guys have had a wonderful, wonderful time watching our 12 Days of Christmas Stamping series with Neemee and Rachael. And reach out to us between now and the end of November, and we can help you with all of your Christmas card making needs. Happy stamping, everyone!